Well, we are back again for another Dokkan Battle video. This time we were going to review the Dokkan Now. So, the Dokkan Now, not a lot happened. Basically, they revealed nothing other than saying, hey, B-Pan's EZA is coming. And they showed all the free-to-play units and stuff that we're getting. A little bit late on Global, but it's fine. No big deal there. But, yeah. So but the big reveal was the new LR, which everyone knew was coming. And the LR we're getting is LR Super 17. So we're going to have a quick look at LR Super 17. He actually, the Japanese Twitter account actually revealed him before the Dokkan Now did. Because, we just can't have nice things on Global for like 5 minutes. Anyways, it's fine. Let's look at his animations first. Then we'll jump over to the Global version so we can look at his translations.
究極のパワーアップを遂げた俺に敵はいない。地獄へ行け、電撃地獄玉。
Yeah, it's pretty good. So here we are looking at LR Super 17, who's Extreme Tech, by the way, which I think is a good thing. I think, again, Extreme Tech really needs it, but yeah, I don't know. His leader skill, and there's some stuff about him that irritate me a little bit, but we'll talk about it. So anyway, this is Ceremony of Revenge Super 17. Yeah, his stats are pretty good. He's gonna have about 15k defense. He's gonna have 20k attack. It's good, for sure, for sure. I was actually awake when he got revealed. I didn't watch the Dokkan. I was actually with my girlfriend. She wasn't feeling too well, but so I stayed with her. But yeah, I seen the info after, like a bit after. So, anyways, let's have a look at what he does. Okay, so here his leader skills where the problems start for me. GT bosses and androids, 4 key 150. Okay, here's the thing. GT bosses is a very small category, right? It's a very, very small category. It basically has nothing at the moment, and even when you do flesh it out a little bit, it's still not going to have that much. It's going to be very top heavy, even when it's finished. Anyway, so first of all, I think it should have been 4 key 170, especially since GT Heroes is 3 key 170, but it's like has a much bigger roster. Anyway, I think 4 key 170 would have been a better start. Next thing I have an issue with is that he's another Android leader. Because we have so many Android leaders. We have him, we have like MVP 17, we have Android 13, we have SGR 21, we have the LR Androids. I think I'm even missing one. So this 17 is like either the fifth or sixth full Android leader we have, which is insane. I still think I'm missing one. Anyway, yeah, I just don't think he needed to be androids. I would have liked to see Inhuman Deeds. I think Inhuman Deeds would have been the best choice here. I know some people I heard were talking about maybe Target Goku, which I think would have worked as well. But I think Inhuman Deeds is the best choice because all 3 GT bosses are on Inhuman Deeds. Baby's on Inhuman Deeds, Super 17 is, and so is Omega Shenron. Like the 3 main GT bosses are all on Inhuman Deeds, so I think that would have been the best choice. Plus, Inhuman Deeds doesn't even have a real leader skill yet. It's still just Vegeta and Nappa. So, and Inhuman Deeds is a pretty good category. It's not massive, but it's good. So combine these two, you can have a very solid roster, I think. Anyways, they didn't do that, so they went with androids, which I don't think are going to work that well with GT bosses. Like, I haven't had a look. I need to have a look at the android roster again, but I really don't think it's going to work out too well. Anyways, enough talking about the leader skill. Let's continue. Okay, we can look at his passive over here. Oh, whoops. Here we go. So ideal combat distance is his passive, which is a weird name, I think. Anyway, he gives himself 170% attack and defense to start turn straight away, just off the bat. It's pretty good. That's very good. Okay, there's nothing I can say to say that's not good. It's very good. The next part of his passive, he gets an additional attack and defense plus 17% per android's category ally, excluding himself, in the same turn. And the same goes for target Goku, an extra attack and defense plus 17%. Okay, straight away, I don't like this. And I shall say why. They want you to use 17 on main rotation, but I don't think you will want to use him on main rotation. Like maybe in slot 1, I guess, because the way they've built him is kind of for slot 1. But they want you to build him with androids and target Goku allies. There's no androids in GT bosses. There's literally 0 androids other than himself and Easy A Super 17. Because they decided that, what's his name? Hellfighter 17 and Trenchcoat 17 aren't here for some reason. I don't know. They thought that was a good idea, so. That's just a weird build, because again, you want him on GT bosses. Like, Androids doesn't need him to be, like, sure, he'd be great on Androids, or Target Goku, of course, like a 13. But you don't want him to be good there, you want him to be good on GT bosses, and he's not delivering, really, so far. I'm actually going to go through the way I would build him, because I thought about it this morning when I was waking up. And I will tell you how I think he would have been built, and if you think it's better. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, he gets basically extra stat buffs if there's Android category allies or Target Goku. There is Target Goku allies, I'm pretty sure it's just Baby. I'm pretty sure it's just Baby in 17, but at least that's something, I guess. Next, he gains 17% damage reduction and 17% attack for 3 turns in which a third attack has been received. But he only gets that damage reduction the next turn. So if he gets attacked before he goes, right, he doesn't get that extra attack or the damage reduction until this turn ends and he comes back on rotation. So if you get it turn 1, he gets hit in turn 1, he doesn't get his damage reduction and his extra attack until turn 3, which I think is really stupid, personally. And then the last place they shafted 17, because they just love shafting him for some reason, is that every time he gets hit, he gets key, like LR Jiren. Jiren gets, I think it's 5 key every time he's hit, which is obviously very good. That helps build up his active skill. 17 has the same mechanic, but it's 7 key, and he only has a 50% chance to get the key. So if he gets hit, there's a 50-50 if he's actually going to get his defense, or not his defense, his key or not, which is just so stupid. Like, why did they do that? I don't understand why they bothered shafting him like this. Anyways. Okay, let's just look at his links now. His links is not bad. It's Android Assault, Fear and Faith, Fused Fighter, Nightmare, GT, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. They shafted him out of Big Bad Bosses again. You think the GT boss leader would have Big Bad Bosses, but they were just like, nope, I don't think so. I was like, okay, sure. Anyway, I'm a little irritated because Baby has Big Bad Bosses. Omega Shenron has Big Bad Bosses. Even Sin Shenron's got Big Bad Bosses. And they couldn't give it to Super 17, who leads an arc as well. No? Okay, whatever. It's fine. Let's keep going. Okay, so here's his active skill. He needs to be hit 7 or more times in battle, which is a lot. So you're not going to see that too often. You can get lucky. You can get really lucky in Super Battle and maybe get it turn 5. Because how often you can get 7 attacks on turn 1? Very rarely. 4, for Gogeta, can happen. 5 is a push, but again, it can happen. 4, I think, is somewhat okay. Even though Gogeta's in, so he can dodge, and he's got super attack counters. 7, though? Yeah, I don't think so. You have to be very lucky to get 7. And the thing on top of that, he won't have his damage reduction on that first turn. So earliest you could get it is technically turn 3, but you're never going to see it. Ever. Anyway, it is the Electro Eclipse Bomb. But so it does damage. It's an alternate attack, which is good. That's fine. But he also has an effect where it lowers attack and defense by 17% for one turn. One, that's nothing. That's barely anything. I mean, it helps a little, I guess, but it's not a whole lot of damage. It's just, it's not good. Like, most of the time you're going to get this off is in long events, and guess what? They can't be debuffed. Well, maybe their defense can, but like, that's worthless, and their attack can't be debuffed, like, ever. So nice design there. Anyway, let's look at his categories really quickly. GT bosses, obviously. Androids, obviously. Artificial life forms. Target Goku. Inhuman deeds and power absorption. All teams hit he should be on. He also probably should be on Revenge, because his name is Revenge, and I'm pretty sure 17's whole thing was like carrying out Dr. Miyun Shiro's revenge. I'm pretty sure. So that's weird. Anyway, let's look at his super attack effects. His first super attack effect raises attack for one turn and lowers defense. And his second just greatly lowers defense. So, yeah, it says it here. Greatly lowers defense. So basically, 17... looking at his art, by the way, is very good. By the way, just so overall, my thoughts on the team is he's very good, but built very bad. It's not even like a Tech Janemba situation, right? Which is the last unit I thought was designed pretty badly. Like, Janemba, I think Goresh put it really well, was like undertuned. Like, if they built him like PyCon, like the exact same as PyCon, Janemba would have been fine. And maybe just give him like Fear and Faith. Or, yeah, give him Fear and Faith. And he's perfect. Like, there's nothing wrong with Janemba. He's still not like goated, but he'd be a lot better. At least on PyCon, so he'd be useful. Super 17, like, has a purpose, and he just doesn't fulfill it, which is the GT Bosses leader. So here's what I would do to fix Super 17. So I thought I'd just toss this in at the end here. Straight away, remove Android as a leader skill, because we don't need an Android lead, and I don't think Android and GT Bosses link that well together. So instead, what you do is you do GT Bosses and Inhuman Deeds. 4Q 170. That's what you do straight away. Second, if you want to do Hellstorm just raising attack for one turn, fine for his 12k, whatever. For his 18k, since he's greatly lowering defense, let him greatly lower attack as well. Let him lower attack and defense. I think that would be a lot better. Make him useful in Super Battle Mode, because again, that's where you're probably going to be using him most of the time, because it's where his kind of effectiveness is. And we'll go over here. This is where it also changes about his passive, right? I don't think Super 17 needs to be like this goat with like an extra, basically, attack and defense plus with androids and target Goku. Instead, let's make him a support unit. So keep the attack and defense 170, but instead he gives 17% attack and defense and maybe one key to his two later skills. So he gives attack and defense 17% plus one key to GT bosses on rotation. You can even exclude himself if you want. And do the same for Inhuman Deeds. So he gives one key and 17%. And if you're on both, you get both bosses. You get 2 key and 34%. Why not? It would make him much better as a floater, which I think is what most people would want to run him as anyway. Like on GT bosses, because most people probably want to run like Baby, Elder Baby and a Dokkan Fest exclusive Baby, and let's say STR Omega STR Omega and like transforming Shinra into Omega when he gets an LR, which will probably be this year, since we're covering a lot of GT right now. So I think that would be a lot better straight away. And next thing I would do is the damage reduction by his build is really stupid. Okay, it's really stupid. What I would do is kind of do the same as Evolution Blue Vegeta and give him the stack damage reduction. I think he should start with 17% damage reduction and then stack it every time he's hit for the turn, and then it resets, just like Evolution Blue Vegeta. But I don't think it should have a limit, right? Because I'm pretty sure Super 17's whole thing with like the energy barrier thing was that he just wanted to keep taking hits because it made him stronger. So what I would do here is let him infinitely stack at that turn. Like, let's say Super 17's getting hit like 8 times in a turn. Like, for your argument's sake, he gets hit 8 times. He stacks 18% or 17% damage reduction and the attack buff he gets for that turn. So Super 17 on a given turn can hit like really, really hard. Plus he'd be really good defensively because of his stacking damage reduction. So that means you don't need to give him defense, like that that can be support now, but he's still really good defensively, and he can still hit really hard if he gets hit multiple times. I think that would make him a lot better straight away. And last thing, I think the stacking key mechanic after getting hit is absolutely fine, but don't make it high chance, just make it guaranteed. That's how I would fix his passive, okay? Now, to fix his link set. I think his link set for the most part is fine, but I would remove 2 links. I don't think he needs Fused Fighter because there's like, no, he's not in the fusion category. If we're not going to ever change that, then he doesn't need it. Because basically on GT bosses and on Androids, there's like no Fused Fighters. So that was stupid anyway. So what I do is take that out, give him Shocking Speed, because that would be a lot better. Having Shocking Speed and Fear and Faith as an and GT, much better. Also, Android Assault, he doesn't need it. Okay, he really doesn't. So what you do instead, I mean, you could get rid of like Nightmare or something, but I honestly like the attack link. So first I would take away Android Assault. You tell me what you would take away. I would take away Android Assault, and instead of giving him 20% defense, give him big bad bosses. And then I think he's like really good. Last thing I would change is his active skill condition. 7 hits is too long. You're never going to get it. Make it turn 4. He's fighting a Super Saiyan 4, make it turn 4. I think that's fine. And the attack effect is fine, I guess. Maybe let the effect last longer than 1 turn. It's just not long enough. Let it last like 3 turns or something. Or 4 turns of like attack debuffing. Something like that. I don't know. Because 1 turn of a lowered attack is just not enough. Plus the damage. I really don't. Or give it a stun chance or something. That'd be pretty crazy. Has any actors who've given a stun chance before? Well, I don't know, like Journ's like actually just stuns everyone, but give it a stun chance. Maybe 50% chance to stun on who it hits as well. I don't know. Something like that would be nice. Anyways, I think with that said, that's everything I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, and stick him on Revenge, because he needs to be on that category too. But yeah, that is how I would fix Super Android 17, because he's broken. he's built badly. So this is how I'd fix him, and this is my thoughts on him overall. I think he comes out tomorrow, I believe. Will I be summoning for him? No. I won't be. Absolutely not. I think his animations look great. I think his super attack effect... I think his card art looks great as well. I think he looks great. But too bad he's built really badly, in my opinion. I might get hate for that, but I don't care, honestly. He just... Come to me and tell me how he's built good. And why he's, like... They did a good job on him. Because he's built really weird, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Anyways, that's it. So, I thought I'd just make this video relatively quickly. I don't know how long I've been talking. It's probably been a lot longer than like 10 minutes, which is what I hoped. But it's probably like nearly 20. So, apologies if it is actually that long. Anyways, with that said, thanks for watching. And I will talk to you guys later.